What if there was a place within a few hours of the North Shore where monsters once roamed, where the pioneer's spirit still lived, and whose bounty was celebrated around the world but largely overlooked by those nearby? Such a place is the amazing Comox Valley on Vancouver Island, and a recent visit revealed all of the above and much more. Having begun my relaxation on the ferry, I chose to move at a slower pace and left the main highway just south of Parksville for the quiet pleasures of Highway 19A, the Oceanside route. It takes an extra half hour or so if you don't stop, but there's much to see as you pass through the communities it serves: Parksville, Qualicum Beach, Bowser, Fanny Bay, and more. For me, the exploring began at Fanny Bay. Across North America, Fanny Bay oysters are renowned for their quality control, freshness, and flavor. You can buy fresh oysters and seafood at the Fanny Bay store about 10 kilometers north beside the Buckley Bay Ferry Terminal. From Buckley Bay, it's about 15 minutes to Courtenay, capital of the Comox Valley. Here, the fun and exploring begin in earnest. Once you arrive in Courtenay, you'll need a place to stay, and the Old House Village Hotel and Spa is one of the finest resorts north of Parksville. Nestled on the banks of the Courtenay River, this family-friendly destination provides bright, spacious accommodation around the twin centerpieces of the O Spa and the Old House Restaurant. The O Spa offers a full selection of spa services including body treatments, hydrotherapy, Vichy therapy, massages, and special treatment for men and pregnant women. The Old House Restaurant is a beautiful, rambling, rustic cottage. Open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, their menus and wine list draw heavily from local sources, and there's a children's menu for the youngsters. Located in a quiet enclave not far from main traffic routes, the Old House Village Hotel and Spa gives you easy access to everything the valley has to offer. The first of many surprises on the trip was a visit to the Courtenay Museum. I was expecting Aboriginal artifacts and relics of the Comox Valley's recent agricultural past, which indeed there were. What I wasn't expecting was the museum's impressive collection of local dinosaur fossils. The 1988 discovery of the remains of an elasmosaur on the Puntledge River encouraged paleontologists to take a closer look at the region. Today, the fossils of long-extinct reptiles, ancient turtles, fish, and more are on display in a very well-organized gallery on the main floor. If you've got youngsters, this is a must-visit. In downtown Courtenay, you'll find one of the most interesting shopping areas in BC. There are few chain stores, and most of the shops are owner-operated, one-of-a-kind destinations. If you're looking for something really unique, this is a great place to explore. The Comox Valley is also a birdwatcher's paradise. The Courtenay River estuary draws many species of aquatic wildfowl and raptors, and the valley is a resting point for migrating trumpeter swans. Every Saturday, local farmers and artisans gather from 9 a.m. until noon to share their products at the Comox Valley Farmers Market. From October through to the end of April, the market is housed in the Native Sons Hall across the street from the museum. Here you will find fresh meat, seafood, and dairy products, as well as organic fruits, herbs, and fresh vegetables, all produced locally. Many of the participants and food producers welcome visitors to their farms to see their operations firsthand.
3 different kinds of soft cheeses. For the winter, we do a triple cream camembert, which is special just this time of year, and we do a Comox Brie and Comox Camembert. And the Comox Brie is a world-winning cheese. We won a gold medal at the 2008 World Cheese Championships in Wisconsin.
That's great.
Artisan cheesemakers are a dynamic and growing sector in BC agriculture, and Courtenay's Natural Pastures Cheese Company is one of the best in the province. They sell their handmade wares each week at the farmers market, but their products can also be found in local supermarkets and their outlet shop, which also houses their production center.
All our cow milk comes from the Comox Valley, so we have 2 farms here that we get our milk from. The farms that we choose, we'd like to have farms that, if possible, they can graze their cows.
Sure.
That they have a certain amount of stewardship of the land. So, for example, both those farms, they have salmon enhancement of some kind.
Okay.
Natural Pastures cheeses are literally a taste of the Comox Valley. If you get a chance to sample them, you'll be hooked. North of Courtenay and Black Creek, Mark and Lisa Vance operate the Island Bison Ranch. Here, on 150 acres, they raise and care for about 80 head of bison and supply incredibly healthy meat products to local stores, markets, and restaurants. With a lower fat content than halibut, bison meat is an excellent alternative for those with meat allergy problems or on fat-restricted diets.
Now, how many head of buffalo have you?
We're running between 70 and 80 right now.
Okay. And is the land big enough to hold more?
It could as we improve the pastures, but at this stage we don't want to overdo it.
Sure.
I mean, grass is their feed primarily, and so you don't want things being overgrazed. It's not good for the animals, so we'll build it slowly and see how that goes. We raise them naturally on grass only. When we give them any sort of supplement, it's either a kelp-based supplement, which is how they get their minerals, and we also give them alfalfa pellets, simply for the calves to help them grow. But again, alfalfa is a grass.
Okay. The fence behind you is 6 feet high.
Yeah.
And Goliath, the big male over there, who weighs about 2,400 pounds,
That's right.
has jumped over that fence without wrecking it.
He's jumped over it just simply to get a bale of hay. Yeah.
Okay. All right, just for scale, folks. When people come to the valley, if they want to come out for a visit, can they if they phone ahead?
Absolutely. Yeah, we'd love to have visitors.
Okay. Now, do you sell product at your farm as well?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we've actually just built behind us, we'll show you later, a little farm gate store.
Oh, great.
Where we can sell right off here from the farm.
A visit to the ranch gives you a chance to pick up anything from steaks, roasts, and ground bison to jerky, sausage, and even bison bacon. Just north of the Oyster River, the Shelter Point Whiskey Distillery is Western Canada's only single malt whiskey producer. With the Comox Valley's combination of rich soil, pure water, and benign weather, the founding partners decided it was the ideal location for a true field-to-flask distillery.
It looks like it's really well tooled up for people to come in and see the process.
Yeah. So I'll set up tours and more or less drawing people into to the site and kind of see how we're distilling, and obviously we'll be growing our own grain and making whiskey from our own grain eventually as well, and so kind of drawing people in to see how that all comes together on the farm as well.
Now, people can buy casks online now, is that correct? I mean, they can't actually get the whiskey.
Yeah, no, it's got to wait till it's mature at year 3, and then from that point they can either bottle it at year 3 or they can save it to year 10 if they want, and then bottle it then. So
how many bottles in a barrel?
At a 40% alcohol content, there'll be just over 300.
300 bottles?
Yeah, approximately.
Is there one thing you would like people to know about Shelter Point that they might not know?
That we're, privately, agriculturally owned distillery. And we're not owned by a big conglomerate or, anything like that. Value-adding farming for the most part.
The Coastal Black Fruit Winery in Black Creek is a former dairy farm converted to berry production and the creation of fruit wines and meads. Their visitor center and tasting room is the equal to what you will find in much of the Okanagan, and every bottle is fermented from pure fruit or honey with no water or enhancers added.
How many different types of fruit wine do you make?
Well, we have a blueberry, a raspberry, and a blackberry table wine, and then a blackberry and raspberry are ambrosias, which are the barrel-aged dessert wines, and then a blackberry and raspberry sparkling, like a champagne style.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then 3 meads as well: a blueberry mead, a straight fermented honey, it's a straight mead, and then a spiced mead as well.
Okay.
The fruit wines are complex and very flavorful, perfect for warm weather afternoon sipping.
Wow.
One thing that I find interesting about the blueberry is I say it's citrus, but people often taste it and say that, oh, that's quite sweet. And then the next two that you'll try, which are actually sweeter, people don't have that same note with them. So.
Okay. No, that's got a great bouquet.
It does.
Located about 25 minutes from downtown Courtenay, the Mount Washington Alpine Resort is ground zero for skiing and snowboarding on Vancouver Island. Over 5,200 feet above sea level at the summit, Mount Washington averages 10.5 meters of snowfall per year, and its 1,600 acres feature 9 lifts, 60 alpine trails, 2 terrain parks, a snow tubing park, snowshoeing trails, and night skiing until 10 p.m. Thursday to Sunday. There's ski-in, ski-out accommodation for over 4,000 people, a selection of restaurants and cafeterias, equipment rentals, lessons, and a sports shop, so popping up on the spur of the moment is no problem. Ski runs are rated 20% novice, 35% intermediate, and 45% expert, so there's plenty of challenge, and on a clear day the views are incredible. If you're looking for an epic snow experience away from the crowds and lift lines, this is the place.
From completely local artisan food products to dinosaurs, from spas to world-class skiing, the Comox Valley really is a paradise just waiting for you to discover. Check it out. For the North Shore News, I'm Mark Hood. I'll see you next time on Weekend Getaways.